Hello everyone, how do you do? Hope you are fine and welcome to Madrasa. My students, fourth year, one day you will finish your study and of course you will need or you will look for a job. In this lesson or today we will take a new lesson you will need for your future, which is about application letter for a job. So let's see together how to write this application and what are its main parts, what are its important points. So, how to write an application letter for a job. There are three main parts we follow to write an application letter for a job. So we have to follow these three parts with its important point, of course, to write full grammatic or correct full application letter for job. Let's see together part one or the first part, which is preparing your letter. So in this part, we have to prepare our letter. What are its points? We have 4 points in this part. We have 4 important points in this part. What are these points? The first one, what's this? Okay, you can see here that we have a piece of paper. You can see here white paper. Yes, the first point or the first step, we need a piece of paper, white paper like that. So, prepare a piece of paper as we have seen. The second point, add your information. What does it mean? You are going to mention your personal information. You are going to write about yourself, your personal information. Example, your name, you write your name, your address, your phone number, your email address, of course, your personal website if you have. The third point, add the company's information. You are going to write the company's information. Of course, the same thing, his name or his address. The last point, address your letter to the person whom you are writing by using the words dear. Example, you are writing to Mr. Ahmed. You will say, Dear Ahmed, Dear Omar. You write the name to whom you are writing. So we have seen the first point or the first part with its points. Let's see now part 2 or the second part, which is writing your letter. We are going to start to write our letter. Let's see the points in this part. The first point, write the first paragraph. What does it mean here? You are going to open your letter with a strong statement that informs the reader that you are interested for this job. Why? To attract him. The second point, say where you found the job to which you are applying. It means where do you find this application? Either in website or newspaper. The third point, briefly summarize your qualifications and experience. Here means you are going to talk about your skills, about your experience, about your positive aspects of your career and talk about them. After that, thank yourself by drawing a picture that is not on your CV. The same thing here. You are going to talk about your skills. You are going to talk about yourself. You will talk about the positive points that are not mentioned on your CV. This concerns the second part. So let's move to the third part, part 3. Part 3 is finishing your letter. We will finish our letter. What are its main points? The first point, briefly summarize why you are the perfect one for a job. What does it mean? It means that you are going to mention, to say how can your contributions, how can your achievements help the company. Then invite the manager to contact you. Here you will inform the reader that you would love to contact you to speak about the position in that job. 3. Sign off by using words like yours sincerely. Here, sign off by using words like yours sincerely. We have to write yours sincerely, politely. The last point, write your name. Of course, after you write yours sincerely, this formal sentence, you write your name. We have seen these main parts on how to write an application letter. Now, I prepared for you one example about this application letter for a job. So let's read together how this letter can be. Example of application letter for a job. Let's see the first part. We have here July 23rd, 2013. Date. John Wilson. The name or your name. Example. 152 Main Street, New York City. It is about your address. And here, phone 112-566-223, your phone mobile. And of course, your email, john@email.com. This is about your information. So let's see the second part, or the second point, sorry. Charlie Hinton, Cotton Production Company, 1254 Industrial STE, New York City. This is information about the company. 3. Dear Mr. Charlie. As we have mentioned, we use dear, which is formal word to start our letter. Dear Mr. Charlie, to whom we are writing. Mr. Charlie. I'm writing to you to express my interest in the office manager position available at your company. I found this position currently on your company's website. I'm perfect one for this position. I successfully worked in an office management. In this position, I honed my personal skills through different services. I believe that I possess the experience to work in this job. Not only I'm well organized, but I'm patient too. Here, the second part, as we have seen, with its main or with its important points. The last part, I look forward to hearing from you about the progress of my application. Here we finish. We are finishing our letter. I look forward to hearing from you about the progress of my application. If you have any further questions, please contact me using the above information. Thank you for your time and consideration. Yours sincerely, John Wilson. We use this formal word, this formal statement, then you write your name, John Wilson. Of course, with this last point, we will see how this application letter can be. It means the final view of this letter. So it will be like that. White piece of paper, white paper, your information, the company's information. Then we use the word dear to start our letter. The part 1, you talk about yourself. You talk about your skills. You talk about your achievement, your contributions, the positive points about yourself. Then finishing your letter, of course, by inviting the manager, by telling him to contact you to talk about this position or to talk about this job. And finally, of course, you write your name. So with this lesson today, hope that it will be important for you, it will be useful for you for your future. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to visit our website page or Facebook page. Thank you very much. See you next time, my students, and goodbye.